Namaste. Today I am going to speak about some steps how we develop our English very fluently and very easily. And I am going to share with you 5 steps how could we use these tips and how we can develop our English speaking very fast and very easy way. Okay, and if you are willing to speak English very fluently, very smartly. And as you know, English language is very communicative English, a communicative language in our career, in educational life, in modern view, in modern age. And that's why you have to speak English very smartly, very fluently, very correctly. And if you do these, if you want to speak in English, then you have to follow some few steps, okay, that I am going to share with you now. Number one, 5 easy steps to speak in English fluently and confidently. Okay, then number one, step one, enjoy the process. You have to module a particular process, and making a particular process you have to follow that process system. As for example, practice at least 15 minutes to speak English, okay, in front of your mirror, alone in your room. At least 15 minutes alone in your room, okay, and every day you have to practice it. Okay, and whatever you speak, whatever any topic, it can be any topic, you have to speak English alone in your room in front of your mirror. Okay, number two, you have to follow some easy video content, okay, that is very easy, okay, to develop your English very fluently. Video content means cartoon, cricket commentary. Okay, cricket commentary or cartoon is very easy to accept those words. You have to follow the words what they are selecting in their speaking ways. Like Saurav Ganguly, Rahul Dravid. There's a good performer. They're very much instructive and good speaking learner. If you follow their languages in their commentary, you must improve your language in speaking English. Number two, listen radio or podcast. In our radio channel, the speaking of English is very correct and fluent. If you follow radio channels, their making of sentence, grammatical construction is very good and correct. If you follow those radio programs and broadcasting, you must rectify and improve your speaking English very fast and correctly. Number three, solution number three, reading of any text. Okay, reading of any text, okay, particular a day, okay, and you have to read it repeatedly. Okay, if you repeatedly read it, your speaking power, your pronunciation, your grammatical construction, your making of a sentence will be modified and rectified, and smartly it would be constructed in a better way. Okay, so if you have follow a 10 standard English ICSE board books, and it has a lot of English information, it is grammatically constructed, a lot of stories. So reading of lot of stories in 10 standard textbook, you have to rectify your modifying English speaking power. You can must modify and rectify your speaking power. Okay, you have to follow it. You have to listen and mind the construction of the English style and rhythms and grammatical construction of those sentences. Okay, so number one, practice 15 minutes, okay, a single day. Number two, listen radio or podcast. Number three, reading of text, basically stand standard. And number three, put your ego aside. Put your ego aside. Okay, you have to speak English in your own tongue, in your own way, in your own language. So you have to aside your reg, your emotion, your ego. লোক কি বলবে, আমি বলতে পারবো কি না, আমার গ্রামারিক্যাল কনস্ট্রাকশন ঠিকঠাক হবে কি না, এই ধরনের কনসেপ্ট আগে তুমি তোমার মাথা থেকে সরিয়ে দাও। Okay, you have to speak your own way, you have to develop your speaking power in own one way. So forget what the people said about you, what they think about you. Don't think it. Okay, and clarity of your own speak, you have to rectify, you have to modify, you have to correct within oneself. You are the teacher, so you are making your speaking power in your own way. So you have to rectify and clarify your own concept. I am the best, I can do it. Okay, so this kind of mentality have to develop in your mind. And it is not important to speak English. So I am not very much smart to speak in English, and this mentality humiliates you. Your mind sometimes disagrees your mentality. Yeah, I can not do this, I cannot speak English. It is not very much uh, encouraged you in better way. If you think I'm the best, if you think I can do it, if I practice this, you can master better way speak English very very fluently. Okay, so you have to forget, you forget that English is not our mother tongue, it is foreign language. Okay, so English and sometimes a huge crowd of people, they think the English is associated with intelligence, and it is not easy. So it is a lot of people have a wrong mentality that about it, that English is associated with intelligence. English is very much popular language, no doubt about it. But English is not our own country's language. As you see, China, they speak their own language. Japan, they speak Japanese, not English. They develop their own language. German, they speak in Germany language. France, they speak in French, not in English. What the problem? So as a Indian, we have to speak English in our own way. Okay, sometimes you develop your own language to communicate with others in mother tongue. So communication is based in which language you are communicating, that is not important. The important is that how you communicate with the other way in a better way and very fast. So communication is very important in any language. So this kind of mentality, not speak in English, I'm not like that. Okay, English is very important in modern stage. So you have to rectify, you have to modify, and you have to develop this speaking English in this way, following some steps that I have discussed in earlier. Number one, you have to speak 15 minutes in English per day. Number two, you have to listen radio broadcast or radio programs. You have to follow cartoon channels, video content. You have to follow commentary speech like Sarv Ganguly, Rahul Dravid, etc. The speaking language is very important. Okay, so these practices, if you practice, if you follow these tips, I think you will rectify your language. Yeah, you can progress your speaking power in English very way. So thank you. Like, share, and subscription is expected from you. Please like, share, and subscribe.